Welcome to a mini hot dish podcast today, where
Woo!
we have a little bit of everything, and it's always good. I'm your host. Next to me, I have Cody.
Cody Holland.
We're just doing a quick podcast. I just happened to stop by Cody's place for today,
Woo!
and only an hour and a half drive out of my way.
Oh yeah.
And we thought we'd hang out and do some stuff. I just realized Top's gonna die, and we'll have to just watch that.
Oh, okay.
It'll be fine.
Power cord.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm looking at I saw the glowy thing.
Yeah.
See, I every time miss one thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're hanging out, checking out your new place. Like it here?
Yeah, it's nice. I like it a lot. We got the little pond out front and everything.
Yes.
Saw a nest of snakes today.
Yeah.
So there's wildlife.
Gross.
I think that's so cool. So cool. They're like warming each other up. They're thawing out.
So
Great.
are they just is there a mama snake or there's like less small ones? I guess you said they're garden snakes, right?
Yeah, but that's how snakes kind of go through the winters. They nest together in like a hole or like under a rock or something.
Never thought
and-
about snakes hibernating.
Yeah, so they go because they're cold blooded, so they die. So they have to go where it's like 45 degrees, which is underground. And so I forget what the depth is there. But anyway, and then they huddle together for warmth.
I can understand
They
that.
move against each other to get friction.
Yeah.
But
That sucks if you just
so-
hated your sibling.
yeah. So the females are always bigger snakes. I don't know if you knew
And that's
that.
in a lot of genders, or a lot
Yeah.
of creatures.
They're mostly primates.
Yeah, but like honeybees,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Weird.
Bugs and reptiles and stuff, females are usually. But anyway, we digress. The female snake will be like the first one to wake up, and the first few males to wake up are the ones that get the chance to breed because they breed like immediately. And so like, and then I don't know, it's crazy. There's a documentary on Netflix you should watch about it. They warm each other up. Like the males will go off and warm other males up.
Did you
and
do this
then-
research before or after you found the pile of snake?
before?
Really?
Yeah, I like
Hmm.
snakes. I like snakes. A lot of people don't, but hey,
Do you have like pet snake?
I want one.
Do you want one?
Yeah, I want one really bad, but Renee doesn't like big snake.
Want a big snake?
I don't want like a big snake, but like a ball python is like one of the most common pets, and the males get I think like a max of 3 feet.
Before I'm getting off topic. Before you talk about a joke about how you had mice in your pocket. That's why you kept mice in your pocket.
Yeah.
And I was gonna be like, I was gonna say, yes, it's the fetus python. Wink. But there was a girl in the car, and I don't think she
There's
knew
2
me.
girls, dude. Yeah, but yeah, it was Renee and her sister-in-law, so couldn't really do much about that.
But I was like, I bit my tongue. I was like, not really
Yeah.
good.
Now she would think it's funny, and she is cool. But yeah, so that happened today, and that's wildlife is nice. I like wildlife. Spend some time at the park down the road a little bit, get some warm, fresh
Yeah,
air.
you just live in a really nice place, and it's
Yeah.
not. I thought this place was like a rented place, but they're technically houses that you pay for. You
Yeah.
just got lucky and got one that you can rent.
Yeah.
I live in a apartment, and
Yeah, well, you'll get there, dude. And it's nice.
yeah.
Yeah. Someday.
Hand me one of those.
Want one? Promo?
Show them off. I don't know. They're not a store yet, but we'll probably make one in the future. Little hot dish podcast stickers.
Woo!
Ooh.
Get one, put it on your
Oh.
laptop, put it on your computer.
Yeah, I have one on my cup and I have one on my laptop as well.
Yeah.
And so maybe we'll like team up with the Redbubble. They're pretty easy about it. I read.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think Streamlabs. Streamlabs, you can the same stuff that runs all my like notification software on here.
Yeah.
They also have store and merch and stuff like that. So,
Mhm.
what if you want to go ahead and make some merch on there? Go ahead and-
Yeah, I
do
can
my
go ahead and make
best.
some t-shirts. Gotta do some doodles,
Which
commission stuff.
yeah, I've been working
Mhm.
on the logo. I worked on the logo, meaning I took it. Actually, no, send me your files. I had the files.
Yeah.
And I just took it and like I put what do I call it, a feather on it, so it looked like it was light. It was
Yeah.
I'm excited to do. I wish like the space between here and the circle was a little off compared to like I have it as my webcam or my screensaver, and it just my eyes in there.
No, it looks like you. But
Because I had to crank.
well, no, it shouldn't be though.
It looked like it was.
Huh.
This distance.
Yeah.
But I also worked on. I forgot to pull the title card up on here. Damn it.
This is a mini cast.
Mini.
The mini boys. So yeah, you want to talk about some eating habits? There were some eating habits you brought up before this about Pringles, and you called threw
Oh,
some shade at
I don't
me.
know if that's a have. It's just like just
Well,
wrong
no,
how
you
you
know
do
what I meant. Yeah.
it.
No. I get where you're coming from though, because the way that everyone else eats it, the chip caresses your tongue.
So we're talking about Pringles,
Yeah.
and my girlfriend bought some Pringles for herself, and she's like, "Have some, thanks. You can have some. Here you go." And so she handed it to me, and she put it in my mouth backwards, upside down. And so instead of going like this, it was the other way.
Like a U instead
Yeah.
of a yeah.
And so like hit the top of your mouth first, and then broke and crushed. I'm like, what is that for? It's like it tastes different. It tastes different. Chip, it tastes the same. It's like no. So she put it in my mouth the normal way, the correct way,
Yeah.
and then she flipped it upside down and put it in that way. So the difference is
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know how it starts is that you do the duck.
oh yeah,
You do the duck, and then you just push the bottom one in, and that's it. Like it's upside down.
Yeah.
And so then like you just try it, and then you realize, oh my gosh, this is so much saltier.
you know, I mean, for the main brand, it's off, a little bit off topic. The main brand of chips, I think Pringles is the only foreseeable Doritos.
Yeah. Well, for a
Cheetos.
while they had like the 3D Doritos.
Well, I assume
And
that
they had resealable,
I
but they
assume
don't
that,
anymore.
I assume that is because like, well, it's already open. I might as well eat the whole bag.
Yeah, well, that's probably what it is. Yeah, well, they'll eat them faster if it's not sealed
And
because
so
they're afraid they'll go stale, and then they'll
that's
buy
funny.
more.
But
That could be it.
not like three. About me, Ritz, and she got herself 3 cans. Yours, I won't touch these. Buy for yourself, Robert, and like, and there's 3 cans of Ritz in there. Like these are fine. I don't. I try not to snack. She got me the. She got me. I guess you can call it weird. She got me. She got me bacon flavored Ritz, and I was eating them. They're like the first 7 taste like fine. But then it was like kind of like redundant, like something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like
yeah.
a Ritz cracker is always I love Ritz crackers.
Yeah.
Just the plain,
They're
being
good.
plain.
Mm-hmm.
So what could we make these better? Like, well, butter works. Elvis did bake banana, peanut butter, and bacon.
I thought it was ham.
But
Okay, yeah.
yeah. So I just looked at the jar of peanut butter and spread it on.
Oh, I bet not, dude. Peanut butter on a Ritz cracker, it's delicious.
It was the
They sell
bacon
those.
flavored one.
Oh, the bacon. Okay, I see. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Sorry,
yeah.
I see. I see where I missed up there.
Yep.
I always like a little bit of cheese on mine. Feel like a little square cheese and slap it on
Yeah,
there.
I did that too. We had like, yeah, I had like lunch.
Well, yeah, that's. I make do.
Oh, you're the pickiest person I know. You should.
I'm not the picky. Okay, maybe I am.
I usually
Yeah.
do. So if I do cheese, I usually get the block of cheese,
Okay.
and I do.
Okay.
And then I egg and I eat.
Okay, but that's. I would also do that.
Dude,
Yeah, get the cheese whiz.
I sit
You can
down.
squirt
I
on
don't
it.
know any cheese.
You don't like cheese whiz?
I don't know. I haven't had it in a while. So
I mean, it's gross. Yeah, but it's good at the same time. Like
like-
Kool-Aid.
I'll sit down and watch like Overwatch.
Yeah.
Watching it. If I don't look down, I eat the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yep.
Alyssa's like, we did a block of cheese. Do with it. I'm like, ate it yesterday. What are you doing?
Watching TV?
I'm watching TV. Yeah, really bad at it. So like, but then I do the same thing with like water or anything.
Yeah.
So if I just have it in front of me, it's like
Yeah.
the whole thing. So I'm good about that. I got
That's
one
good.
department.
I do not drink enough. That's one thing I need to get in on. Did you see the competitive water drinking thing? I know we brought it up last week when we came over with Renee.
I remember you talked about competitive water.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's just it's a super funny subculture on YouTube, and they just like they'll make a video called like John Drinks Water, and it's literally just like a minute long video of this guy who just like chugs a bottle of water, and then did you burp? Okay. But and then
Yes.
well, no, I just saw you like turn away and blow, so I was like, what is he doing? There you go. But no, it's so yeah, they just chug a thing of water, and then like at the end they just look at the camera and they go, "Stay hydrated," and then the video ends. But
Like-
there's like a ton of people doing it.
Is it
No, it's
a
like
lot
just
of
like a
water.
bottle or a
Okay.
glass, just like it's just to because I think it's a joke, but it's also like people are on their computer all day and forget to drink water.
Just thought of
Okay.
I get a water.
Right, you're gonna tell everybody about your $1 million
Yeah,
idea.
dude.
Okay.
And then we quickly go do it as soon as we're done here.
Okay, sure.
We get a water bottle that it's super complicated. We get a water bottle that connects to your Wi-Fi, internet, or phone, or something like that, and it recognizes how much water fluid you intake,
Okay.
and then you can like challenge people what you're drinking. Obviously, you could cheat and just like dump it on the drain,
No.
but
Yeah, but people do that with Fitbits too, because like the Fitbit you can like compete how many steps you take,
yeah,
like with friends on like the app.
yeah.
But
what I
yeah,
was
you
trying to
could do it
think
with
of.
water too. But I remember I knew somebody who had a Fitbit and they just went like this, trying to win.
Is it a newer one or
And
older?
it's like I think it was an older one.
We used to our school used to do thermometers,
Yeah.
and you got points at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Some you
People
just sit in
just
class
shake
and you
'em,
shake your leg.
Yeah.
But water thing is register.
I'm sure you
Laundry.
could. I'm not sure that there's a necessity for that. But
I would challenge you
could-
all the
could
time,
get-
dude. I would
you
challenge
could get
you.
you could get the hype. You could get the hype. I'm sure. I mean,
There's-
people
there's
buy Fitbits and
There's a
essential
culture
oils.
for everything.
Yeah,
dude.
I know. I mean, I think it'd just be a cool bottle. Like you could, if you designed it like a cool bottle.
Or
I'd be
even
like, oh, yeah,
like you
dude.
could do bottle or like a top. So everyone has Camelback already.
Yeah, yeah.
Just design it for it goes on the Camelback already.
Yeah, you could do.
Or
Honestly, you
It would
could.
just
You could.
register. It probably just register every time.
That would work too. That'd be cheaper, a
Cheaper.
lot cheaper. But if you did do it so that, like I was thinking, like if you had like a digital screen, you could have like a little bar with like LEDs that light up, like with how full it is, and then like a temperature gauge, so like you can tell how cold your water is.
Okay, above and beyond.
A Swiss
There's-
Army
there's-
water
there's-
bottle.
Well, there is one. Here's the thing. It's called the cup. Vessel. It tells you what side of it.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and so it got kickstarted a long time.
What do you?
Anywhere.
Why do you need that
I
though?
don't know. You can tell what's in your drink, so someone poisoned it. It's like, oh, it's water with
okay.
more with
So like at the bar, like
ice.
a guy buys a girl a drink and she's like, just give me a second. Did you see that they made an invention for that? Like it was like for date rape stuff.
About.
So like it was like a nail polish that girls could wear, and it
Okay.
would change color when they put it in the liquid if it was drugged. So they just like pretend to like
What's
stir their
what is
drink
it
with their
called?
finger. What?
What is
Roofalin?
Roof.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. But that's yeah. So they would just pretend to stir your drink, and then your nail would change color if it was drugged, and then you would know, and you could be like, hey,
I heard
arrest this man.
I heard a story where like the girl was so used to getting
Yeah.
morphine or
Oh
roofied,
jeez.
and so she's like, you'd have to try harder than that.
What?
Whoa, I was like, what?
Nuts, dude. Because I know someone who got roofied, and I ended up having to go pick them up at like 5 a.m. and bring them to the hospital because it was so bad.
Ooh, okay. I was like, getting picked
Yeah.
up, I can understand.
Well, because like, it's such a weird thing. Like, and then you have a person who has no idea what they're really doing, and then they're drugging you, so they don't know how much you've drank, they don't know how much you've eaten. So
That's
then
what
you
it's-
take a drug and you don't know the dosage. Like you could kill somebody. It got
Pretty
really
bad.
dark when we were talking about high tech water bottles.
Yeah, the hell.
That might be my fault. I'm sorry.
No, we talk about. But the nail polish thing is cool.
I think it's a neat invention.
I don't go often.
Well,
I'm also
right.
not a female.
Yeah.
That being said, I did Alyssa paint my toenail. It happened.
I do
Ha-
face masks with Renee
It
sometimes.
happened about a month ago.
Yeah.
It's just almost like. I was like, because my sister and mom used to try to paint my nails.
Mhm.
I'm like, I'll just take off on this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And this time, for whatever reason, my toenail decided, and I felt bad for her because like she was painting it on, and I was like, I'm gonna waste half your. I have big toes.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna waste half your bottle just trying to paint
Dude,
my
that stuff's
toes.
expensive. Have you seen how much they
I have
cost?
no idea. I don't ask her.
It's
about
like
makeup.
$2 for a little bottle of that
I have no
stuff.
idea. I know.
I mean, maybe that's
that-
not that expensive.
That
but
being said, I remember my mom.
yeah,
She wanted
yeah.
to build it.
Yeah, they accumulate it.
Yeah, I'm just like, but Alyssa likes orange, so she 8 different types of oranges, and she's like, "What?" I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh, whatever." It's gonna. I'm wearing a boot and socks and jeans, and it's like this is no one's ever gonna see it.
Yeah, right.
Like I think one time at work, I took my sock off. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Hide it.
I would get so much.
Yeah.
paint to it.
So I'm gonna out my dad here because one time, so my mom used to be a hairstylist,
Okay.
and then she stopped doing that once, like a little while after she had me, and I was the second kid.
Yep.
And then so she went and she worked for a real estate company, and she did like all the digging up on like old houses and stuff for like the reports and stuff that they have to do when you sell a house.
Oh yeah.
I'm not exactly sure like what her title was even. That probably sounds like I'm a bad son, but I don't know. I don't know if she ever told me even. But anyway, so she quit that and now she's a nurse. But anyway, moral of the story was that she was a hairstylist at one point. So
Yep.
she cuts all of our hair. So
Yep.
it's free and
I'm on the
everything.
same
And yeah, it's nice. But she was cutting my dad's hair, and this is I think before they had us. She was like buzzing his hair and everything, and then like she also sometimes will like shave the hair off her back because it's like super annoying to have like a super hairy back. I don't know if you experience that, but I hate it.
You,
I
you have a hairy back?
I get itchy. Not like super hairy. It's just like you get like random hairs.
I've like super like long hair on my back.
Yeah.
Unless it would come and like yank them out. And, like,
Yeah.
Ah! But I do have a hairy lower back. It's super annoying.
Yeah, same. But that where I'm going with this is
Uh,
that she was shaving his back and she pretended to shave the whole thing, but she really just shaved a heart into the hair on his lower back. And he used to work on construction sites all the time.
Nice.
And so he would bend over and like all of his friends would start laughing at him, and he's like, "Why are you laughing at me? Like, is my butt crack showing?" And they're like, "No."
He's like, "There's still hair back here. What's
right?
going
Yeah.
on?" Oh,
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Alyssa went on vacation. She was going to Arizona, and she's like, "I want to wax my legs, so I don't shaving while I'm there." I mean, sure, to go get somewhere and get it done. Like, no, I want to do it here. I'm like, I mean, I've never waxed anybody before. I can
Right.
try.
Mm-hmm.
We did it. It looked okay. I just told her to shave anyway, just because
Yeah.
it's gonna be easier. And she was crying on the floor, so I just
Oh
felt
no!
I felt really
Does
bad.
it hurt
'cause
so bad?
I have
or
a
what?
video of it too.
You didn't feel that bad
Okay,
then.
okay, hold on. I have a Where's that?
Yeah. Okay.
I felt bad for her, so I took a video of myself getting waxed.
Oh.
And there's a nice patch on my leg right here.
Nice.
That big.
Yeah.
And I have that video. I should pull up and watch it. But it was to make her feel better because I was doing it. I have really hairy legs, and so. And my funny thing is, when we got done, she doesn't have a lot. Her legs aren't hairy. It's very light.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't yanking it out very well. We didn't mind baby smooth because I
Because
had so much hair.
Well, yeah, that's what they say. You're supposed to grow it out before you.
Yeah, and
wax
so
it,
so it like yanked out baby smooth, and I was like, ah! freaking out. And it was like, it actually wasn't. After the initial pull, it wasn't that bad. I was over it. And she was freaking out so bad. I felt really bad after it.
I told Renee she could wax my back if she wanted to, and she's like all for it. She's like, I can't, I hate it. So because it gets itchy, and then like also like my back stays wet longer because it's like the hair on my back is
moist,
wet, and
yeah.
so like you put a shirt on, it like sticks, and you're like,
Yeah.
and then like when you're sweaty in the summer, it sticks
Stupid.
to you more, and you're like, so yeah. So I try and keep my back nice.
So
and
has she
smooth.
waxed it?
Not yet.
Let me know. I want to hear a video of it.
Okay.
We'll definitely keep.
Okay.
keeping that in mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't have to be, doesn't have to be. It has to be like the initial, the one,
Just the
two, and then
first.
yank it
Yeah.
when you're not paying attention. I love that.
See, I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious how bad it hurts, cause like
I was too. That's my initial. It's like it can't. I mean, pulling one hair sucks.
yeah.
The worst part is so you lay it on the wax while it's hot. It was like left to be like the thickness of peanut butter.
Yeah.
And so you laid it on and you let it cool. The worst part is when she had she lift it up a little bit to get it out there, because it wasn't yanking the hair out. It was just still.
Yeah.
It was just like pulling on your hair and like, ow.
So yeah, it's like a band-aid.
The
Like the first few peel sucks a little bit,
and then just
okay.
yank it off. That was about it. But there was a big patch, so that was a lot of hair. Like, I'll just show it to you.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Well, that was like the weird. When I got this tattoo, it was weird because it was like
Did they
having him
wax it?
No, he shaved my
Oh.
whole arm.
Yeah.
Which is normal, but like it just was like weird because I had never shaved my arm
Yeah, me
before.
too.
So then I'm like, it's really smooth. Maybe I should shave my arms, but that's too much work.
My spots. The worst part was maybe because of my job, but this hasn't grown back.
Mine doesn't grow back there either, actually.
Maybe just because I wear jeans so often.
That
That's where it
might be.
just rubs.
Anyway, I don't know how many people care about our body hair
Yeah,
problems,
it's great
but
though. It's great though. Lots of people.
oh yeah.
Which is
Cool.
like you have a lot of bots watching you.
Oh. But
Trolls.
But yeah, dude. So what's because I know I brought this up later. I was gonna talk about this on the podcast, but what is something that you've done that's like what is like the one of like the childish things you've done that's like technically bad in the eyes of the law? but like it wasn't like you ruined someone's life.
I suppose the basic thing.
Oh yeah.
Like they keep like most big stores, they keep in the giant bin.
Yeah.
You're like sweet, yoink.
Right. I think everybody's been there. Like I was there too, cause like it just looks like a buffet. Like oh hey, free candy, cause then it's like in the same see-through containers that like the free samples are in.
And then some of them are like some of them are wrapped, so it'll be like a Tootsie Roll. But some are like gummy bears, so like ooh.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. How do you know? Like.
And they don't actually fill that entire barrel up. It's like the top like 6 inches or something like that. So you're like, holy cow, they have so many. I can just take some. They don't mind.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like
I don't that. Okay. Recently happened like I had a tumbler, little cups with the tops, the straws. I dropped the straw, it shattered. Or I dropped the whole cup into the straw shattered. Like, yeah, but that was a plastic one. It was really nice. Thinking like, what am I now? I went to Walmart.
Oh no!
I found when it was green. Unscrewed it, and I just like back on, cap in.
Oh jeez. Yeah.
I think that's the worst thing I've done. I've definitely left that being said, I went to self checkout one time and asked for money back, and I walked away, and the money sat there.
So
Walmart or some other customer grabbed it.
You retroactively paid for it.
Yep, for $20.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was there. I mean, when I first moved, I was like when I first moved out to like St. Cloud, I was like broke, and so
average
like yeah, but I had my clothes weren't fitting or anything. I had to. I didn't have to, I guess, but I ended up stealing a shirt. I bought a pair of pants. And I was like angry that these pants cost me like $60. So I oh wow, that drained fast. Everyone was plugging in the computer. But yeah, so I was really mad that I spent so much money on pants. So I was like, you know what? I pretty much paid for this shirt. And so I took a shirt.
So how'd you take it?
I just put it in shirt.
Oh.
And then what was funny though is like after I walked out, a cop drove by, and I felt so bad. Like I felt so guilty.
Oh my god, they know.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like I could sit here and be like, oh, you know, like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I stole, but like, you know, I think realizing it was wrong is more like, you know, it's not like I fucking.
Have you done it since?
No.
So this was almost like 6.
No.
Did you move out?
I moved out 2014.
Oh.
So it was 5 years ago. Oh yeah, so I guess you're right, dude. I time's gone so fast.
I was like, you're what, 24, 25?
Yeah, I'm turning 25 next month.
Yeah,
or 2 months.
So like, you graduated. You're 18.
Yeah, 2012. But I didn't move out in 2012.
That's why it's nice.
Yeah, so I stayed home for another 2 years. You bum, yeah.
You bum, and then you go and steal shirts. How dare you?
Well, I didn't know what. Whatever. No, it is what it is. I can't change the past. The fact that I haven't done it again, and I don't have that shirt anymore.
Did you lose it?
No, just
girlfriend.
No.
It's called. I hear it's called asshole tax.
Asshole tax.
When you like break up with a girl and then she has her sweatshirt, or like if you're the breaker upper, broken it up, the asshole. And
so
she
you
gets
keep your
yeah.
sweatshirts and stuff. Okay.
I have a couple.
Yeah. That's the worst though. You're like, oh, man, like girls always feel entitled to your clothes, and then as I'm wearing Renee's sweatshirt right
yeah,
now.
we had this conversation today. Cody was wearing a sweatshirt, and Renee, Cody's girlfriend, decided was gonna go out tonight. I really like. Can I wear it tonight? You're
like, no.
I'm wearing it. What do you mean? There's tons of other sweatshirts upstairs. Go get one of those. I want that one. And it was funny because we were talking just in the kitchen, and she was looking around the apartment or your place. And I was like, I didn't pay no attention to it.
Shoes, makeup, who knows?
Then I put two and two together when she came back to the court. It's like, hey, can I have that sweatshirt? I'm like, were you looking for that thing the whole time?
She was.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we drop them off, and she's like, I don't want to wear it. You can keep it. I'm like, yeah.
I noticed that. I was like, I noticed that too. And she walked away.
She wasn't wearing it.
Or she came back. Or she came back. She dropped off your mail, and I was like, oh, maybe she left her sweatshirt inside, and then turned around.
Oh no. Then I changed.
Warm today.
Yeah,
maybe that's why the car stalled it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because it's. I told you it only happens when it's hot out. Like, I went all winter, it never happened once. So if it's cold, it doesn't happen.
My car didn't start when I was cold.
Really.
That's an odd.
I mean, that happened once when it was negative 60 degrees. So.
Minnesota. Can you
Woo.
believe? Can you believe? A week ago, yesterday, there was a foot of snow outside.
No. It's like 73 degrees here.
There was a foot of snow, almost a foot
Yeah.
of snow outside last
And it
week.
was cold too.
Because
Really
like
windy
we were like, I get sick, like sick twice a year. It initially gets cold, initially gets warm.
Yep.
And it's awful. Usually one of them is like, God, don't touch me, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Just like let me, or just, I'm just like, let me sit here and do nothing with me. That hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, I haven't. I got sick once this year. Before that, I hadn't really ever gotten sick.
And then you got the $300 bill from.
I still haven't paid that. Yeah, that was like 2 months. I'm not sure how medical bills work. I've just been kind of like angry about it, and so every time I look at it, I get mad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, so the story is, I got super sick, and like I had to stay home from work and everything, and I eventually was convinced by my girlfriend and her mother that I needed to go to the doctor.
Yep.
And my mother too, who's a nurse now.
Mhm.
And so like I was like, okay, maybe I should go to the doctor. I went in, I sat there for about 15 minutes, and then I got brought you
back.
Yep, they brought me back, and then the physician's assistant, I didn't even see a doctor, was there. Not that anything against them, I'm just saying like, shouldn't be this expensive. And so she sits me down, she like looks at my ears, looks at my nose, listens to my breathing, and then she just goes, does this hurt? And like pokes me in some like spots. I was like, no. Or no, I did hurt. Like my glands and then like my temples were like, everything was really pressure filled. And then she was just like, yeah, it's just a virus. You're just going to have to wait it out. And I was like, which is fine, because I'm like, okay, well then I know I'm going to get better soon. Like it doesn't last long. That's cool.
Not dying.
That's fine. And then she just was like, yeah, so you can go. I was like, I don't have to pay? Like I don't have insurance. So I was like, I don't have to pay? That's crazy. So I just left, and then I thought it was like their policy. Like if you weren't sick, you didn't have to pay. I don't know. So I was like,
never been in a situation where you had not to pay.
Yeah, I don't know. I before that I hadn't been to the doctor in like years, so I don't know anything about it really. And then I get a bill in the mail like 5 weeks later, a month and a half later or something like that.
Yeah, something like
and
that.
it was like $300, and I was like, for 5 minutes, I was in there for like 5 minutes, and she said I was fine, and I left. Like, why am I being charged?
I had something like that. Mine was different though. That's when I had the throat virus, and it was hard for me to talk, breathe, swallow. So I lost like 10 pounds in a week.
Oh wow!
Because I couldn't like eat. I couldn't like. It was hard. It hurt to drink, but it hurt to drink to swallow it, but it felt really good. It was like,
yeah,
God,
soothing.
And so it was just a throat virus apparently. And so I went in, and they're looking at me. They took a blood sample, and then they took a throat sample, and they looked at it, and that right away. Or just give me antibiotics. And so I'm like, I wrote, they're like this is stuff to numb your throat. I'm like, are they like just cough drops? Like on the bottom I wrote super cough drops. Just in case I ever have it again. Like, all right, I know what those are.
Yep. That's
easy,
cool.
Easy enough. And then I think I paid $12 for the super cough drops were extra.
Other than that, you didn't pay for anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah, dude, I need insurance. But the thing is, like, for me, because like I can get insurance through work, but it's $75 a month, and so I was like, yeah.
Being an adult sucks because they don't teach you how to be an adult. There's
Yeah,
no class
this
in
is true.
school. There's nothing. That's why I feel like I wish our school would teach how to do taxes.
Yeah.
I like it'd be an annoying as hell class, but I'd
you'd
be
hate
blessing it later.
Yeah,
like
it's one of those things you hated as a kid, and
you
then later you're like, oh,
I have
shit,
no
I
idea
use
what
that.
like taxes are. I still go to my mom for my taxes, but she's been teaching me.
Mhm.
She has TurboTax.
Yeah, it's easy.
And then like, how do you figure out a house payment? How do you figure out what you should be putting down on a car? This and that.
Well,
Cool.
and like we got lucky. We have good parents who will teach us those things. There's
Yeah.
plenty of people out there who have like no good home life. They'll go home. Their parent, like, you know, when they turn 18, their parents kick them out and never talk to them again. So it's like, how do those kids figure it all out?
Yeah, and
know?
honestly, it's if I would figure out sooner. Like I spent when I was 16, I got my first job. I was working on a farm. of saving up, and then I graduated high school. I got another job where I currently work now still, and I was living in an apartment, and I've just been like I'm not gonna live anywhere else. I'm just gonna live in an apartment because it was super simple. Everything gets
Mm-hmm.
fixed for me. The place we were living in covered electricity, so I was just like,
Yep.
don't have to worry about anything. Got fixed. I just call somebody, and so I didn't have a crap for saving. I have a really nice computer, but I have a I have a crap for savings account, and
Mm-hmm.
so I moved in with Alyssa now, and he's been harping on me pretty hard about getting a house and
Saving.
savings, and so I went from about dollars in savings to over.
Nice.
So it's like
Yeah,
getting there.
that was me when I got this job. Before I had this job, I had no savings. Like, and then I got this job, and I started living with Renee and her parents, and so I wasn't paying rent.
Yeah,
I just had to help with yard work and like clean up around the house and
Mhm.
buy food once in a while, stuff like that. But I was like, I need to take advantage of this, and
Maybe
so
a
I
couple
was
$100
saving
a
I was
month.
saving $600 a month. Yeah, so now I have like a decent cushion, and then we bought this place, and I had to use money. But it lined up with tax refund, so my savings is exactly where it was
Thank
before we bought the
God.
place.
It's like
It was like, yeah. So and then like my next paycheck and everything, I dumped my savings to match it back up. So yeah, it's been nice to start saving money.
tough times. It's a mixture of like right now I do about $100 to $100 a month or a paycheck, excuse me, into my savings, and so I get paid two times.
Mm.
I think you get 2 months you get paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and so it's been going really well, but I've been pushing hard to get this podcast going and some other stuff as well, and so I have some other bills to pay off. Like I bought a computer. No, I bought a graphics card. That's what I bought on
Mm.
Amazon. They have this thing payment plan with them.
Mm-hmm.
Paid it off in at first. If you paid it off in 6 months, it was
Nice.
sweet.
Wow.
I can do that.
That's a long time.
And so like I paid $600, or I put yeah, it was $600. So I bought it. Like,
$10 a month.
or
yeah.
$100 a month.
Yeah, that's
So
what
that
I
was
meant,
like
yeah.
super easy. And then as the thing went on, actually before I paid for it, it dropped. They bumped it up to 12 months. So
Oh.
I paid that off in. I got the card in October. Paid off in February.
Oh, nice.
Then I have another payment.
Every time you get something paid off, there's a new payment.
Which that's also another thing I want to complain about. How credit cards work. They bone you if you're not paying for stuff. They bone you if you're paying for too much stuff. And so if you go over, you're screwed. If you're not paying for anything, you're also screwed. Ruins your credit. So.
He's just holding on to credit cards with nothing on
Yeah,
them.
and so right now, Alyssa, because I was buying too much stuff a lot, I was just paying for like. I go and now Alyssa's my credit card or my debit card had like
Mm-hmm.
and I can only use a debit card or credit card, so I have $500 a month. That's how much I can spend. So that's my gas money, that's my grocery money, that's my.
Okay.
So it's not bad. I paid off before.
Yeah.
And so that way my credit's going up as well as I'm not overspending.
Yeah. See, Renee has it like, and I want to start doing this actually, because she has it lined up so that like all of her bills get paid by a credit card, just auto pay, and then she pays off just her credit card every month because it's easier, so she doesn't have to go through and pay a million things.
Yeah.
And she doesn't have to like keep an eye on her bank account for like, oh, this, and this, and this. It's just one payment that card.
That's nice.
So it's like, and it builds your credit because it's like, oh, you spent like $1,200 this month,
Yep.
and now it's paid off. So like it was like reliable and it's easier for her, and so it's good.
Some places are at my apartment. I can't do it in my apartment
Mhm.
because they charge you extra.
Really?
It's actually
for a
like
credit
$20
card.
if they charge you to a credit card. I'm
Yeah.
like, why?
Yeah.
Dumb. You understand if it's like the little square for a small store,
Yeah.
they get like I don't know what percent.
Sure.
But yeah, so everything go they for my apartment they just get charged rate checking, and that gets automatically pulled, and everything comes. I should probably
Nice.
do what your girlfriend does, and that'd be a lot smarter.
As long as you're monitoring it, 'cause like otherwise you forget a month or something.
Well,
and then,
actually, I don't pay anything. Like I have to go there and pay it. Everything just auto pay.
Mm,
which probably
okay.
should stop that in some places. Like I pay for a YouTube video subscription, not Netflix.
Yeah.
They have their like it's $5 a month. Every 3 months is 50.
That's not bad.
And then I get I watch all their content on there. I try to watch it on their website because it supports them more
Mm-hmm.
versus on YouTube like
Yeah.
that. And I get it a week early. Um, that's auto pay. I used to run a Minecraft server which was auto pay. I stopped that, which we might do again. Travis said that him and Austin are
I
playing
used to
Minecraft
play so
again,
much Minecraft, dude.
which we might do again. I might talk to them about it. I've Minecraft. The company Minecraft has their own server program. They're called Realms,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and they allow 20 people on, but only 10 people can be on at one time. Kind of weird,
There's-
but the worlds are unlimited, and it was like $8. And so I was like, I ran it for, and I just invited random people. I needed. It was cool to have see other people talk to. I ran one for
Mhm.
like 3 years, and I ran two worlds on it, and so I saved the file, saved the save file because
Mhm.
it was really cool. After going back
Yeah.
and looking at them, but they might get back into it, or I'm gonna offer it up to them. You ever played modded Minecraft?
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
I might bring that up to them.
I used to always play like the story ones. You can download like the story maps. They scripted everything.
Adventure.
Counters. Love those ones. In
Yeah,
circle.
I always did the high tech. It was
Oh,
like
okay. Texture
little,
packs.
well, it was like
Oh yeah, I
it
see
was
what you're
like
saying.
had like machines that could like do
Yeah,
stuff for
automate
you. And
things.
it's
But
like,
now that's just like in the normal game now,
some
though.
stuff is like that. There's
Yeah.
like my favorite is off nerd. It's just when everything's automated for you. It's like I don't have to mine anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's cool. Where like it would like do like a quarry.
One of them is Quarry. That's
Yeah.
my favorite. And then it's
'Cause I
also
used to
weird.
just manually
It's
do those.
also a
Yeah.
weird thing that I like to do. It's I like making power management stuff. So I can
Mhm.
I can figure how much this power is taking, and I make a machine or
Yeah.
it'll like manage. So some people cheat and they'll like make a reactor, and like that's just part
Okay.
of my whole thing.
Oh.
But I'll cheat. I'm like, all right, I want to make a machine that chops down trees, and I turn the saplings into a fuel, to ethanol or to biofuel, it's called, and then the wood logs get burned into charcoal, and that gets burned to power this thing.
Okay, so you like an assembly line.
And I
Yeah.
love doing that. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't I and mod packs have all the very cool like
Mhm.
blocks, really technical with it.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I used to always do, because, like, I would always try and do, like, the most creative world I could do in survival mode. And so, like, I would have to, the first, like, start of it would always be, like, automating my farming so that I would never run out of food. And so, like, I had, like, it was just, like, basically a waterfall that would come down and harvest a bunch of wheat. So it'd just be, like, wheat,
Yep.
like, tons of wheat. And then I'd just make tons of bread. So. Yeah, you, like, pull a lever, and then, like, water would run down and
then
harvest all of it.
Yeah, and vanilla, my favorite thing. As far as that,
Yes, I don't know anything about those.
I could do.
I did like a chicken cooker once.
I did,
That was it.
I've made like redstone doors. My favorite thing is, I made like buttons in certain order, and then a lot,
Dude, that's cool. I like that. I remember that.
and the other one was, it was automatic storage system, but it was a way where the only way it worked is that you had every spot on your chest filled up with one item,
Mm-hmm.
and it would just place into there. That's all it just
Yeah.
worked. So it's kind of easy like that, but it took like a ton.
Yeah.
But I usually try to.
It's kind of hard to like vanilla.
Yeah, and then with the the first realm, I made a machine. We call it, I don't know if we call it the death game, that where if you put your name in the chest, you could check it once a day, see that person's name was in there. You got to put it on the suit of armor and go kill him. But to make it randomized to like daylight sensor would go on, it'd flash, it changed out what was there, so it pull out what's in the chest, and then next day it flashed. But then another one was, I don't deal with commands a lot. I wish I could do those more often. Those
Yeah.
are really cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's websites that do it for you,
Sure.
and so I've seen subreddit with.
Oh, yeah.
Cool to see watching people like, I made Mario Kart.
What?
Yeah, and
That's
it's like
cool.
they're You can actually now you can technically do Mario Kart with you put a boat on ice.
Mhm.
It slides around.
Oh,
It's really,
really?
it's really
Wow.
fun. It's really cool actually, and that's like a super easy. And slime launchers that can actually dump you in
Oh,
the
yep,
air.
yep, yep.
But yeah, we'll let you know if we play.
Yeah.
Do a
Well,
big pod.
and then what's really popular in Minecraft is griefing.
Yeah.
So let's I've done some real life grief.
Oh, you talking about more vandalism?
Yes, this is vandalism I was bringing up earlier. So my friends, so I used to live by like a couple lakes, and I had a group of friends from the lake, and it was like I said, this is nothing incriminating in this, but it was like we all kind of had this like ongoing prank, and my friend Derek and I started it, and
Derek, he's calling you out.
yes,
Just so you know
yep,
that.
yep, you're in trouble now. But no, we used to stay up till like 3 a.m. to do this. And I mean, we were like 14, 15, I would say. What's up? No focus. Nailed it. But so we 14, 15, we stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning on the weekend to like sneak out and do this event. And like we'd sit there and like play war with each other to try and stay awake. We're like trying not to fall asleep as we're like trying to Anyway, we'd go out, sneak out. We put like, this was like winter too, so we put like gloves on and shit, and we put like our hoods on. We'd have like all black, and then we'd go to the neighbor's house with a bucket of chalk, and we'd just chalk the entire driveway. So we'd just cover it in chalk drawings and like things.
Okay, so you actually put stuff on the board. You didn't just like cover it in
I mean, one
drawings.
time we did that too, though. We just took a chalk and the whole driveway was just chalk. It was
Why?
because it's hilarious. So it started off as like an accident, not an accident, but like we wanted to go over there late night. What?
Kids play with chalk. What are you doing?
Yes, it was hilarious. We were kids, dude. We're 14, 15. We're young. So like we went over there to like try and scare them. Because like they were having like a girls' night, because it was like it was a bunch of girls around the lake, and then it was like Derek and I.
Okay.
And then so we went over there one night. We were gonna like jump in the windows and scare them because they were like having like a party night and they were like watching scary movies and stuff. But it didn't like work out so great because like I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like the lights, like they didn't have the lights on. They couldn't like hear us or something like that. It was dumb.
That's going like. Ah!
Yeah. And they just can't hear us. Yeah, but so we were just like, well, we gotta like leave a mark. And so they had a bucket of chalk just sitting out. And so we were like, let's just do a bunch of chalk drawings all over their yard. And we're like, okay, so we did it. And then like, but there were some like crazy covert times where we would like sneak into their house during like a party, and like they would not know we were there. There was one time I got super nervous because like it was Derek and I, and we snuck in, and like what we did is they all went downstairs into like their basement where they were like kind of had their scene, and then they'd come up later for snacks, and we kind of like observed over time, like, okay, they're coming up every like 15 minutes for snacks. And so like, yeah, dude, it's nuts. It's so fun.
But did you know these girls?
Yeah.
Oh,
we were all friends.
That's not that bad then.
No, it's not like strangers across the lake. Yeah. We're like stalking them. No.
15, you're 8-year-old girls. You're like,
if 8-year-old girls, no,
I don't know.
Dude,
okay, it's not weird anymore, guys.
Okay, but like if it was, you wouldn't judge me,
right? Was it?
No, it
oh,
wasn't.
God.
No, they were our age and they were our friends. But one time we snuck in and we put signs up all over the upstairs that just said like, "Hello, we see you," things like that.
Watching
no, and like imagine how scary that'd be though. Like, because like their first thought wasn't it's us.
So did you? So the first initial time you tried to scare them didn't work. You did chalk on them. Did you tell them you did it?
No, but it was assumed, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because they chalked us back.
Okay.
So then like it was like an ongoing thing all summer.
Okay, and then the signs happened.
The signs, yes. The signs were intense because we put signs up all over the house upstairs while they were downstairs that just said, like, "We see you, we're watching you, like, you know, like, don't do this thing again."
Yep.
And, like, just scary shit. And then we heard them going upstairs, but there's no way we could get out of the house in time. So we had to hide in the house. And they didn't know we were there. So, like, yeah, it was sketchy. So I ran in the bathroom, which is a terrible idea.
Yeah, 'cause girls
Derek ran into a bedroom and, like, hid in, like, the closet. Like under some bunch of clothes. I went to the bathroom and like jumped in the shower and closed the curtain. And then I heard someone talking about having to go to the bathroom. But then like the girl's mom was there and she was like, "No, I'm going to clean the bathroom later. So just use the one downstairs."
For the mom to come in.
Yeah.
Take a shower.
Yeah.
In front of you. Corey's like,
no.
I think I've seen this in the porno somewhere.
Yeah. No, and then she just the mom went back in the bedroom, grabbed some snacks, went back in the bedroom. They grabbed some snacks, went back downstairs, and then we left. But I was like, I almost had to be in here when a girl was peeing because like I didn't want to jump out and ruin it. So I'm like, I have to hide. I can't tell them.
Oh my god.
Because like, okay, but the right thing would have been to be like, hey, I'm in here. Don't come in here. But
We'll just be quiet.
well, yeah, but I didn't. So like, I'm a perv if I stay in there and she starts peeing.
You're a perv if you peek. You could. Okay.
Yeah, but imagine being that girl. How embarrassed would you be?
Best case scenario. Did you tell them afterwards that you were in the house?
No.
No, so they have no idea.
Well, I mean, they saw the signs. I'm sure in their mind it was.
Okay, so it's like, as best case scenario, you're hiding in there. You could probably just like, okay, I'm gonna my eyes and cover my
Yeah.
and not say anything.
Yeah.
Other than that, you could probably.
And then just never tell her I was in
God.
there. What if it was like, because they're watching scary movies, what if it was one of those girls who like has to check the shower before they. So she opens it, I'm just laying in there, and she like, the one time that like they
Dude.
check the shower, there's actually someone in there.
What's more embarrassing, them finding you or you coming out?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I think.
It would be more embarrassing for them. Because like, I would be embarrassed that I was in that situation,
Okay,
but she's got her pants down.
It'd be worse if they peed, made a noise, and they checked afterwards.
Okay, true.
That'd be worse.
Yeah, so if they check first and find me, it's awkward for me.
Yeah.
If they realize it afterwards, it's awkward for them. Okay, we figured it out.
Easy. Ah, dude.
But yeah, I miss
God.
doing that shit. It was so fun.
And now you do that, you go to prison.
Oh yeah, well yeah, I'm also an adult now, and that would be.
But like, if you did,
Even as a kid, yeah, you'd still.
I live in the middle.
Yeah.
And so my closest neighbor was my uncle. He had no kids at the time when I was, and then the next closest neighbor was a mile away. And
Yeah.
so I was like, well, shit, mile
Yeah.
away and do stuff. And like, we're all farmers. They're all hicks out there. So they all have guns.
This is very true. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And hooded figure and look so good when they're and like,
No.
you see them out there. No, the worst thing I've done. Once again, out at night, we used to. So at the end of our driveway, we used to have a ditch on both sides, and kind of sit. It was
Yeah.
really tall. It was like 10 feet tall. If you're standing, you could hide on the opposite side of the ditch.
Oh
Not
my
big
god,
ones,
you asshole!
little ones, little
you
ones.
asshole!
Little ones. And so most of the time we'd miss. I
Yeah.
don't think we'd ever hit a car.
Right, yeah.
And so like, cause we'd throw it as the car was going by, but it'd be like.
Yeah, right.
So it'd be
yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we'd be dressed up in black so they wouldn't see us. One time we did hit it, and we saw brake lights. Ooh, shit!
Oh.
And so like the house is probably like 2 feet behind us. And so what we did was we didn't look. We dived over the other side of the approach, went down, and then we just booked it to the house. I don't remember. I don't think the car ever came in at all. Anything of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you think about it, like it could have been a bird hit their car,
Or it
or
could
like
just-
what a
Like
bat.
they weren't like big rocks. They were just
Yeah.
little like pebbles.
So they heard the noise. And
Yeah.
they stopped because they thought they hit something, or
Or
I
like
would
they-
have stopped too.
They
but-
they slowed on the brakes and maybe they're going too fast and like rocks are getting kicked up.
yeah, yeah.
So,
that would've been my
but,
thought.
But we're like, oh shit, run! And it's like,
Yeah.
so
It's always worse as a kid. You're like your
yeah,
imagination.
The
like,
worst thing comes.
they're
to
gonna
like,
get
I'm
a-
gonna go to jail.
yeah.
I'm not gonna get cookies
this
anymore.
guy's gonna have a crowbar. He's gonna beat my butt. But yeah, dude, it's intense. I miss doing that kind of stuff. But
And then that was like childish fun. Like that was
Yeah.
God, that had been like 2000. Oh my
I
god, that was a long.
I was in 7th grade then. Yeah, but and like, but like a lot of like you didn't have a lot to do. You didn't have a lot of friends around the area,
No, it was
stuff like that.
it was
So
like my cousins would.
right, so you get bored, and then you start to do things that are bad. That's like kind of like the root. I've seen like this guy that came to fix my garbage disposal. He lived in South Dakota for like a few years, and he was telling me that out there they have like a 70% high school dropout rate because they have no like institutional programs for kids to get involved in. They don't have access to a lot of things that are fun, so they get bored. And then they start like there's like a really high arson rate, so people are like starting stuff on fire,
Doing a lot
tons
of
of
bad things.
vandalism. Yeah, and so like bored kids equals bad kids.
Bored kids equals fire.
Yes, yes. But yeah, so out of boredom is all of our shenanigans came from.
Yeah, and honestly, that's also be our school. The money that goes to our school system is a fraction of what goes to stupid. But like our school system and child development doesn't get
Yeah.
at all. And I have a couple people I could tell you about what it actually goes to and what it should be going. At. Like I bragged on it last week that they don't. They get paid. They get I don't know. Like if you want to become a school teacher and get rich, you get laughed at.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the thing too is that what's really sad about that is that Minnesota is one of the best states for that,
It is.
and it still sucks.
Yeah, we have.
So,
I think that's what Brandon said. Minnesota was one of the best ones
yeah,
coming in, and it's also Minnesota has one of the highest. I think it has one of the highest crime rates because cops care.
yeah.
They actually pull you over
Yeah, there's
and
a
do stuff about
difference.
it.
Yeah,
And so the crime rate doesn't mean we're bad. It's just it's getting taken care of
right,
more.
right. Well, and that's the thing. Like that's
I don't
what
know if it's
sucks
called
about
crime rate. It's called something
it's
else. Police something.
like arrest rate maybe or
Yeah,
something
probably
like that.
like
Well,
that.
and that's what sucks about like those numbers, because like when people like say all these numbers like in politics, it's like okay, but that's not like there's no way you understand all the variables in that
Yeah.
number. It's just like when people say that like oh we have a higher arrest rate here than anywhere else in America, that doesn't necessarily mean that we have more crime. It just might mean that we have better detectives and better officers, and there's there actually might be less crime,
Yeah.
but there's more things being done about it.
Yeah.
So it's like all of the like I don't know. So I hate when people throw numbers in my face over stuff because it's like
A lot
okay,
of stuff's being
you
done
don't.
here versus other places,
Yeah.
which is kind of was surprising. Like I know that a lot of businesses, I see a lot of big businesses, or like stuff gets leaked where they're gonna put their next headquarter corporation. Like Amazon was gonna do that. They thought about putting it in
Oh.
Minneapolis.
Really?
I was like, or they put it
That'd
in
be cool.
Minnesota for sure. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, it'd be cool. It'd be badass to have like a headquarters here. And I was excited for Mark.
Yeah.
How funny it would be like deliver packages on like a sled.
There you go.
With,
Yeah.
like, a husky.
Sled dogs.
That was like one of the first thing I thought of, but didn't happen. I think it's going to. I think one of the headquarters is in Seattle, main headquarters. Looking at a second one. They might be going Chicago or maybe Austin, something like that. This would have been a really good one. I thought,
Yeah.
but that didn't happen. I think
What you said though about like delivering things on a sled, like that actually would be really cool. Like if like in a city somewhere, maybe it's like
Yeah.
like they like delivered just like random presents to just random presents to a community, and like they just delivered like they had a bunch of dudes with
that'd
like
be a
horse-drawn
cool marketing
sleighs.
thing.
It would be really cool because
Yeah.
it'd be like Santa came to town,
Yeah.
and like a bunch of kids would be all over that. But then again, I don't know, maybe a lot of people are like, oh, Santa Claus for everybody. Kind of thing. Yeah.
Happy
but-
holidays, app.
Yeah, but it's like okay, but like honestly, like if you can't be like, yo, Santa Claus is pretty cool. He gives presents. Like
Yeah.
Santa Claus isn't religious.
Yeah.
Santa Claus is just a fictional,
Claus
fun character.
Yeah, Santa Claus is not the religious part. It's the
Yeah.
Saint Nick.
Yeah,
is
Saint
the-
Nick, and the fact that it's like Jesus' birthday and stuff. So it's like
How
all.
dare you say Jesus?
What? We're not allowed to say names.
His name's Jesus.
Oh, okay.
One? No, but it's it's a big thing around here that but it has a great community. I love it to death.
Yeah, that's
And
my
then-
thing too.
And I thought of this when I was younger. Like is Minnesota because I know that in the central United States they do get some snow. I don't
Yep.
know how much they get. Sometimes they get a lot, sometimes
Yeah.
like nothing. But Minnesota is one of the least spots to get national disasters. I guess
Yeah.
flooding is the closest thing we get. And like center of the United States, tornadoes. East Coast, you get
Earthquakes.
hur-
Yeah, East Coast you get hurricanes.
hurricanes, and then West Coast you get earthquakes, and then south you get flooding.
And hurricanes.
Tsunamis.
Yeah.
And so like worst thing we get is flooding, and so then
Mosquitoes.
burn to hell.
Yeah.
But Minnesota is also one of the states that's like, I think Minnesota is the only state that's received all 4 seasons, which is kind of weird. But then again, like I said last week, we had snow, and now it's it's summertime
Yeah.
right now. Like,
Yeah. We honestly we get more gentle seasons than they do in like New York. They get 4 seasons, but like their seasons are like insane. My sister's out there, and like they'll get like a foot of snow, and what's that?
Someone. I'm assuming that's
Ad
bot or something.
of bad voice.
Why? Thank you. Gotten
Oh,
limit. No idea.
bad voice means.
I don't know.
Is that
Maybe
we
the
have
audio.
bad voice?
Maybe the audio is not really good right now.
Oh.
It doesn't make.
We're calling you out. Thanks for the subscription, though.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah. So what were we talking? Oh yeah, the weather gets. It's just
Seasons.
more dramatic in like northern states. We get like pretty decent.
Well, I don't
seasons
think it gets very hot in New York.
here. It still does.
I don't know. Maybe it does.
In the summer, it still
but
does.
I've seen 100 degrees here. You know.
yeah,
That's
it gets really hot here.
very
But
annoying.
so mosquitoes are the second leading cause of death, besides diarrhea. Diarrhea is number
Diarrhea?
one. Yeah, diarrhea is number one.
Really?
Yeah, diarrhea is the number one cause of death in the world.
Hey Google. What is the leading cause of death?
No, dude, it's diarrhea.
Oh, stop.
Maybe well,
Stop.
but that was like the leading disease though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just say like is diarrhea the number one cause for death? That
Is-
won't be a biased article.
think it's in the U.S. or in the world. I can see in the world because other places don't get.
Is Libya's last?
I don't think it's. Oh, that makes sense.
If we know you, shout out.
I have no idea. What it is.
Stuff.
Number.
Oh, so I get what he's saying. So it's a pirate thing, and he's like,
I think he's asking for a follow for a
yeah,
follow.
well, yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Leading cause of death. It says data for the U.S. Number of deaths for leading causes of death: heart disease 60,000,
Oh, last
is
time I checked, it was
2016.
diarrhea.
cancer, accident. Wow, cancers. So 63,335 heart disease, cancer 598,000, and then accidents 160. That's a big drop.
That is. I could have swore it was mosquitoes
Diabetes,
and diarrhea.
influenza.
I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot.
That's
but
also 2016. So maybe Taco
2016?
Bell got to other
well,
places
no.
in the
So
world.
so yeah. What the problem is like it's places like African countries that don't have like they'll drink unclean water, and they'll catch like a disease or like a parasite or something,
And
and
they'll
they'll
get-
get diarrhea, and
and
they'll get
then
dehydrated, and then they'll die.
body. So it's
Yeah.
their death of dehydration. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's diarrhea.
Well,
coming.
diarrhea was the cause of the dehydration.
Yes, but I fall.
So you want to follow it back all?
I fall off a skyscraper. It's not fall. It's not. I didn't die because of my fall. I
No.
died because of impact at the end.
Did you know that birth is the leading cause of death?
Basically, did you die at the end?
You know, 100% of all divorces started in marriage.
Yeah. You know, 100% of single dudes aren't married.
Yeah. This is weird stats, dude.
Oh, I saw it was an oddly satisfying thing. It's like, crap. I'm gonna mess it up.
Like when people cut moon sand.
No. It was about plumbers.
Uh-oh.
It's something about plumbers do a great job, even though most people shit on their work.
I got it.
I looked at them like
wholesome
wait,
jokes.
do people make fun of plumbers? I don't get that. What's going on?
Yeah,
And
it
I
took
was like,
you a while.
oh,
Yeah.
toilet. That's what I get now. That makes much more sense. That was awesome.
I think Love Bad Voice, like that's like his name. Like maybe his name on his podcast
I
or
don't know.
his
I
stream.
can go listen to it if you want. Do that real quick.
We're giving him what he wants, Jordan. We don't know him. Just kidding. No. Yeah, but yeah, what if he's like a nice guy and he's just being nice and we're like shitting on him? All right. You making a phone call? Oh, okay. I know we do. We sound good.
Oh, I sound fine.
Oh, yeah.
Easy as that.
It's
The longest mini podcast we've ever done.
Yeah, it is. It's almost an hour. We have 30 seconds until the hour is up.
You want to keep going for an hour? Don't matter to me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me either.
Hey, look, Alyssa's watching.
Hey, Alyssa.
We're not making fun of you, I swear.
anymore.
Hopefully the Pringles thing is over. You shush. I love you, sweetie.
Hey, we're out here with you. But
Renee makes fun of Cody too.
yeah, it's true.
Ew.
Yeah, it's just you got to, I mean, when you spend that much time, with somebody, like you're gonna make fun of her.
I expected her to just bash on you.
Yeah, she doesn't have much on
Like
me.
Alyssa could do a lot the damage to me.
Oh really?
Right now.
I don't know. Our relationship's weird. Like we just, not in a bad way. We
uh,
just don't have
next
a
time
lot
she's
of
on,
bad.
I'll have one for you.
Sure.
Think about it.
We actually got in a fight the other day, and
About
like
you guys not fighting enough? Or
no, well, I mean that has been discussed before too. Like, why don't we fight more?
Alyssa and
but
I fight about stupid. It's like
you bicker.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's nothing terrible.
No, not at all.
But you're saying you're
Everyone
fighting.
bickers. But like, yeah, so we got into an actual fight. I'm not gonna go into the details, but like I remember like I
Who won?
sent an argument, or I sent like something that bothered me, and then she sent like a rebuttal, and then my response was, I really don't want to fight anymore. This makes me sad, and then we stopped fighting. But like it wasn't.
Alyssa, this make you sad. Don't make me fight anymore.
But like it wasn't like internalized, or like now I'm upset about it on the inside. I was like, because it was all over text because I was at work, and so I was like, I texted her and I was just like, hey, like, I really love you and I care about you a lot. I don't want to fight. Like I just like this is how I felt. I understand where you're coming from. We're on the same page. Let's just move on.
And I feel like this like talk about now we can talk about true love. We go from
There you
Minecraft
go.
to true love.
Yeah. Vandalism, Minecraft, true love, spying on 8-year-olds.
When you can you really know you care about a person is when they're not next to you and you worry about them.
Yeah.
Alyssa went on vacation and she came back and like the airport tree went off and it was like, oh my god, she called me at 3 in the
Yeah.
morning. I'm like, what happened? She's not gonna make it home. This and that. I'm freaking out like, oh my god. I was really worried that she wasn't gonna make it for whatever reason. Like I've never been on a plane before.
Oh, okay.
And some podcasts I listen to, they talk about a lot of plane crashes. I'm like, oh my god.
There's not that many though.
Yeah, for as many as that happen,
Yeah.
and happy that get in a crash, it's like a fraction.
Yeah.
But my brain's just like, it's
Yeah.
gonna happen to me. It's
Yep.
gonna happen to me. I've still never been on a plane.
I've only been on a plane once. It's you're scared of it. You don't want to do it.
I just never had a opportunity to.
It's not bad. A lot of people are like, "Oh, your ears popping. It's crazy. Like if you're not chewing gum, you're gonna like a head's gonna explode."
I'm
It's
just
like
this and pop.
I went on I think my ears popped once, and it was just like it was just simple like that. Like going to Duluth, your ears pop a little. It's just like that. It's not any worse, in my opinion. Some people might have it worse.
Yeah, and I might be just worried.
Yeah, I've heard that if you are sick though, you're really not supposed to get in a plane. Like if you have congestion in your head,
Pressure on your.
it puts too much pressure. You can like crack your sinuses. From what I heard, I don't know.
Once again, horror stories.
Yeah.
Cody, you're freaking me
Yes,
out.
Yeah, diarrhea is number one killer. If you have a cold and you go on a plane, your sinuses crack.
Yeah, and so
No, I heard that on a different. So I don't know if that's real or not. I'm not a doctor, folks.
if you go on a plane with sinuses, you're gonna die from diarrhea. So
Yes.
that's what Cody's saying. That's what Cody's saying.
Anything that happens to you, diarrhea is the cause.
I had a headache and I got shot with a bullet at the same time. Diarrhea.
It's diarrhea, dude.
But yeah, and so like if you worry about somebody while they're not next to you and you have feelings for that person. Possible. That's what I felt like. And so I can't really give relationship advice. My relationships have all been awful, other than the one with Alyssa.
The same.
So it's just like
So.
I'll die. They all do this. And so
And Renee and I try and do this thing where like we don't ever talk about our exes because it's like, what's the point? But like for me, my last relationship before Renee, my last like actual relationship
Yeah.
before Renee, like I
knew them for a long time.
I was with her for 5 years.
Yeah.
So it was like a long time for me, at least. I mean, like I think that's a long time, and like we lived together for 2 years and like all kinds of stuff. So it was like a big part of my life, and like I've like completely changed as a person since that relationship. I mean, okay, maybe not. I'm still like immature, stupid, but like.
Were you in Northway when that?
Yeah, actually I was.
Okay. I think
Yeah.
you at middle
My
of
first
Northway-
semester as CEO was right after our breakup.
Yeah.
It was really hard.
You were a little different then. I
Yeah.
might just be like.
Yeah, I wasn't a really. I mean, my first semester, because I had to. Well, that was like I got screwed in my apartment, so then I had to like pay this
Double?
like. Yeah, so it's like she was living there, and then because she said she could afford it, she made more than me, and then so I moved in with my friend Matthew, and then she moved out because she couldn't afford it because she was wasting all of her money on stupid shit. Like as soon as I moved out, she like started drinking a lot more.
Ooh.
She was like buying weed and smoking it in the
Cool.
apartment and stuff. And so like she was just like blowing all of her money, and then she couldn't afford it. And then I got a call from the apartment saying like,
Co-signer.
yeah, she was like, well, what are you gonna do? Cause like you're on the lease and she's gonna move out. We don't have any like clauses to break your lease. Like, what are you gonna do? I was like, I mean, can we have someone sublease? And she said yes. But my ex was like, I'm not letting someone else live here with my name on the lease.
Not here. Fuck you.
Yeah, I know. It was shitty. And so they just
God.
dropped a $6,000 charge on us. They're like, well, if you're gonna break this contract, you owe us for every month of rent that you were signed up for. And so I had to get my job at Dunn Brothers, where I was still working, and I made $10 an hour there. And then I had school full time. I was taking 18 credits, and I was in Northway running it. And then I also had to get my job at the bar at nights. So I maybe had 2 hours a day where I wasn't busy. Like where I actually got to go home and change, eat something, and then go back to work. And then I could afford it all of a sudden. And she was like, how can you afford it? I'm like, because I'm not a dumbass. But like, so like my last relationship ended really bad because it was like she cheated on me.
And so then the $6,000 charge, you were working to pay for it all of a sudden, and they just got rid of it.
Someone moved in.
Oh.
So yeah, so I paid like $3,000 of it.
Oh damn.
And then like it was like, but then yeah, it was nuts. But so like we don't really talk about it in our relationship just because like it's like annoying for both of us. Like I don't want to hear about the douchebag guys who like, you know, that guy kissed you at one point. I fucked that guy. I'll beat that guy's ass. No. But Renee feels the same way. She's like, I hear about this girl, I want to punch her in the mouth. So it's like it just makes us mad. So we're like, why talk about it?
Already, Alyssa does that too a little bit, but I'll do it in the fact that like maybe she'll do something that bugs me. Not do that. It could be something small like touching my toes. I don't know. I mean, I can't think of something right now.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I could probably phrase it better. So I just don't like. But
or of other.
I know what that means. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know. Are they? Do we have Russian trolls in America?
I mean, Brandon's Russian.
Oh.
Brandon can do a Russian accent. That's all I know about.
Soviet Russia. Kind of Russian.
Vodka.
That's Russian, right?
I mean, you have the accent on it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do Iron Man 2.
Yep.
Used to be full of them.
Oh, I don't know. Are you a Russian troll?
2 dudes from America, from Minnesota.
Yeah, just 2 dudes here, chilling on, doing the hang.
From the middle. You're closer to the.
Now I am.
Yeah, I was in the. Long way here.
It is, yeah.
I'm looking at the time like
7 o'clock. You're not gonna be home till 8:30.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time like, okay, take back. You do that when like bed, like you're laying down. You're like, I have to wake up at 5. You're like 10 o'clock. I was like 6, 8 hours, something like that. And you're like, all right, it's midnight. I have 5 hours. And like, that stresses the piss out of me because then I can't sleep.
Yeah. Oh, God. That's not enough sleep. Yeah. I have to hurry up and fall asleep so I can get more sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. What's it like? What do you do anything before bed? Do you like before bed rituals?
I usually use mouthwash because I hate going to bed with a gross mouth.
See, my mouth is usually okay. When I wake up, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And so maybe I should do that.
That's what I've been trying to avoid as well because my mouth's been disgusting in the morning.
And so, but then that causes me to brush my teeth in the morning, which is really nice because I'm really bad at brushing my teeth.
I still brush my teeth.
Yeah, I was really bad at it.
Yeah, Renee brushes her teeth in the morning and at night. Just takes good
care. Yeah, I just honestly I forget. So now if my breath tastes bad in the morning, brush my teeth, it's all fixed. So it's like wake up, brush teeth.
Yeah.
And then in the morning, wintertime, I had to go to the car.
Yeah.
Come back inside, eat breakfast.
Yeah, my night rituals is pretty much just like mouthwash, put pajamas on, go lay in bed. I turn on a fan, I turn on a lamp, and then I watch a little bit of TV, play on my phone, and I had to go to bed. And we just leave the fan on though.
I wish I could do it. I have to have something on.
Yeah.
And it sucks because then my brain registers when I'm later on in the day, or say the next day happens. I'm like laying on the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
knock out.
Yeah, you've trained yourself, dude.
Yeah, I should stop doing that. But
Yeah, because
I sit on my phone for a while. Science hasn't said that for me yet. Years.
yeah, right, yeah.
Um, honestly, don't know. I watched something. I don't know if Alyssa doesn't mind. I watched when we were watching the Marvel movies. Get the Thor Ragnarok, and likes Thor Ragnarok, and so no, this was actually this was like in most Netflix added it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Thor Ragnarok a lot. It was on
Oh
like.
no.
So I'd come to bed, go to bed earlier than I would, and then she'd go to bed like 11 or I go to bed at like 10 or 12. You go to bed earlier. So I come in, I'll be watching it Ragnarok every single night.
Dang.
Like sometimes I get to the same spot, like I can continue where I was.
Yeah. Okay, so Renee and I actually saw a really good movie last night. This is probably the best movie I've seen in a long time, and I'm not like Swiss Army Manning you. I'm just saying,
That's
like,
right.
this is
to do that.
this movie is called Jonathan, and it's got the guy from Fault in Our Stars and Baby Driver.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but he also makes music too. But anyway, it's got him in it, and the concept of the movie is so interesting. Concept is it's Siamese twins. He plays a person who has Siamese twins, but just in the brain. So it's like dissociative identity disorder.
Jonathan is an early riser who works as an architect firm.
Yeah.
Whereas John is a night owl and a bit of a mess. The only problem is that they inhabit the same. Jonathan is an early riser who works as an architect firm, whereas John is a night owl and a bit of a mess. The only problem is that they inhabit the same body, which works through careful planning until things start to fall apart.
Yeah. Yeah, so so it's like Siamese twins, but they share the same body. So they one's like 7 to 7, and then the other one's like 7:01 to 6:59, whatever, something like that. So like,
wow.
so yeah, they sleep like 4 hours apiece. They each do exercise. They take turns doing chores. So there's like a little like device because like it was like one scientist or like doctor who like figured it out. And yes, that's him. Yes, yeah, that's him. Anyway, so where was I? Yes. So like they communicate like this. So like they have like a camera and it's like set up in their living room and he records a video cuz like they come up with like all these routines because like if he meets somebody on the street and then like John meets him later that night and they like try and catch up on it, then they don't know. And they're like then they look like a psycho. So he like communicates like, oh, I ran into this person did this and this and this.
Theoretically it's like two different people in two different brains. So they don't share like the memory at all.
Wow. When that one's awake, this one's asleep.
That must be really cool.
It's a really good movie.
That must be really cool if you could like control it. So like if you wanted to work all the time, like the only thing you have to worry about is your body just start shutting down, like parts stop working. Like,
well, they would sleep like 4 hours.
I suppose.
So they take turns sleeping.
So have you ever tried? That's apparently called like sailor naps. That's
okay,
so you sleep 4 hours, 8, 4 hours, 8. That's probably it's called. Okay. Yeah. I want to try it. Obviously, like, I have a job right now, so I can't.
Right.
I love if I ever had, like if this ever became a thing, I'd love to try it for like a week.
Yeah.
See if I could do it. I don't think I could.
I think I could.
So if you say you'd be like, I'd probably set up as close as possible. So you have to. You should. If this ever happens, you and I should do it together. We should set in stone. Like you have to go to bed at say 4 a.m, wake up at 8, and then from 8 till what? 4 is 12. 4 again. 4 8 4 8.
I don't know. I actually like now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I can do it because like I get sick from naps, and I would feel like that second session of sleep would be like a nap.
I bet you could do like 4. No, it's a.
Well, I bet like after a while I'd get used to it. I'm sure. So it's like it's something you have to do for like a month.
Yeah.
Not something that you did for like.
I would love to be able to test it. I couldn't do it now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, then even like recovering from something like that would be a nightmare.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alyssa would hate me. I couldn't.
It'd be so hard to
Alyssa,
sleep.
We're gonna try this, but I'm gonna let you know that I love you, and we'll make it through.
Yeah. We're a team.
Well, she sleeps on me.
Okay.
It bugs me a little bit. She has to sleep on me most times. Like it's like I have to have my arm out here.
Gotcha. Yeah, Renee and I are very close when we sleep, but Renee's like body is a
Superheated.
yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa's the complete
She's
opposite.
just a radiator. It's
I'm the warm
insane.
one. She's the cold one.
Really?
And so
See,
it's
I'm always
nice.
cold.
It's nice. I can lay up next to her. It's like I'm too warm.
Yeah, it feels
But
good.
then if it's hot out and then she gets warm, it's like don't touch me.
Yeah,
Like,
it
get
is.
away from me. We're
I'm
sticky.
sticky and sweaty. Yeah.
I'd love to be able to try that. And I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong, but that was the idea. Is because like you'd
Yeah.
always need someone on deck.
Yeah. Well, right. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, SAILOR.
Also, by face.
I don't know. It'd be bi because it's 2.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you said something else afterwards.
Bifix.
Yeah.
Alyssa,
Anyway.
Alyssa. Then I
Yeah.
make okay. Bash on Alyssa a little bit. So
Uh-oh.
she's an
She's
English
watching.
major. She's an English major here, and so she loves to be right about all her words. But if she gets one word wrong, it's over. It's over. Or she doesn't know how to pronounce something, and I'm just like, dude, it's this.
Start a fire there.
Oh. I love doing it, and it's nothing to get like. I don't try to do it to start an argument, but it's just something to like make her about. Like, hey,
Yeah.
that wrong. I'm the one with a 2-year major. You went to college for. She's gonna be college for.
Oh.
I think she'd have her master's. I think that's what she's gonna have at the end of this.
That'd be cool.
She'll be the money maker, hopefully.
That'd be nice.
I'll be the stay-at-home dad. Wink.
Yeah, I was saying that. You like wear lingerie and stuff, like you
Yeah,
clean and cook, and then
I have put on her shorty shorts before. She did not appreciate that.
No? No.
Because they're like my boxers were longer than her shorty shorts.
Yeah.
So like I had to hike
It's
my
like
boxers
really
in.
tight. Yeah.
They weren't tight, but they were just like running shorts.
Oh, okay.
Like open ones.
See,
But they're still up here, you know.
I totally wear those though. That's the weird thing about me. Like I would wear those. I would wear those so hard. I wear a sweatshirt and like super short running shorts.
My mic's cutting out. That's not good. The whole time?
I don't know.
Why don't you say something sooner?
No, I do not appreciate when you stretch out my shorts. Is it when you look
Baby, it's fine. They're fine. Your shorts are gonna be okay.
Like
Like
to
I
be
put
fair, okay,
I put them on me and I can still stretch them out. So I'm not like
Yeah.
I'm stretching them.
Yeah, see, but like there is a thing though. Like sometimes Renee doesn't like crew necks, so like she doesn't usually ever wear my shirts. But I do have one shirt that she
So
likes to
crew
wear.
necks is which is normal.
Yeah, these are V-necks are the only other option. Really.
Okay.
But so, Renee doesn't like crew necks, but like and sorry, talk about your body on the podcast, but like Renee has large chests, and so she
You can
wears
say
my
boobs.
shirts. It'll like I'm trying to be respectful. I don't know how she'll take this, but
she's
when I-
she's just not watching this. I'm telling
she's
you.
probably like, "Goddamn right, I got a bigger chest."
No, she's Renee's doing a girls' night out or girls'
Yeah,
day out, and so
yeah.
she's not paying attention.
Yeah,
This
this
is all
is
right
no,
now.
no, that's true. But she might watch it later. But anyway,
Maybe
so
just
like
won't post it later.
sometimes it's like you'll leave like boob marks in the shirt. So the shirt will only get stretched out where boobs are. And so I'm like, so I put the shirt on, and it's like baggy right here, and I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Does she wear a lot of your clothes?
No, sweatshirts, sure. But I always I give her permission for that.
Yeah, Alyssa.
But I did let her wear like some of my like basketball shorts or like my sweatpants once in a while. But she doesn't. She likes her clothes. She likes like when it comes to like shirts and pants and stuff. She likes most of. She likes leggings. I don't have those.
Oh, Alyssa loves.
I have a morph suit.
You have a morph
Yeah,
suit?
we could use that on the podcast.
What color is it?
Black.
Okay. I was like, if it was green, it'd be funnier.
That's true.
Because then we can like put
Have
stuff-
me hold stuff. And
Yeah,
go.
flying. Here, Brandon, eat
Yeah.
this. I had an amazing idea. Well, I'll try that later. I have lots of ideas for the podcast. It's just nailing them is gonna be way hard.
And it's harder to like really stage.
You live really far away.
Yeah, that's down here.
Alyssa, we're moving. Actually, Alyssa, if you're watching this and you can, my mic's not freaking out. This place is really nice, but it's really expensive.
$13.75 plus utilities.
Yeah, and I don't know if we can rent one of these. No other ones around here.
Well, I mean, it's
Wouldn't it be really
Mhm.
cool if I was like right next to you?
Shakopee's cheaper. Shakopee's only like 20 minutes away.
That'd be badass if I can get an apartment right next.
party on the roof.
And then just like bust a hole through the wall and
There you
just have
go. Yeah, let's make a little window.
Dude, our office would be huge, dude. Biggest office ever.
But yeah, I don't know. How you feeling about this this little mini cast? Valley Fair day. That's true.
Very
Close.
shocked
Get a
me.
golden pass. Go whenever you
Yeah,
want.
we went to Valley Fair and I bought the fast passes.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like $70 each. It was okay. It was kind of I love rides. I don't like spinning rides. I get sick off them.
Okay.
So I think you have to have for me I have to have like a perfect diet. So nothing weird, nothing super sugary. Otherwise I just get sick.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
yeah, of course. Yeah. You don't
I wish I
you
was-
need a balanced stomach.
I wish I
there.
was 50
Yeah.
because it'd just be like,
Yeah,
woo!
right. Go. But no, yeah, I bought a gold pass once. This was back 2013.
And so that's you
2014?
use multiple visits.
As many as you want. The golden
Yeah.
pass is as many as you want. It's $80 and it pays for parking too. So you have the golden pass, it pays for parking, and also it gives you discounts in some of the restaurants there.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so but I mean it's $80. You get to go as much as you want. It didn't make sense when I lived in Zimmerman or St. Cloud because it's a long ways away. I'm like, how many times am I gonna go
Yeah.
to pay for it? I have to go like 2-3 times. So like make up for that price. So and I think you also can bring a guest with you for $10. So like you get like someone with you. So if you have like 2 people, get a golden pass, and then people.
I will just say I love how you put every day.
Yeah. That for every day.
Alyssa, love her to death, is learning like
Text
teenager
lingo.
lingo and stuff like that. She's like yeet for whatever reason. She doesn't do that.
No,
What's
no rap.
What's your newest one that I can't just remember right now? She'd be like my favorite one. Yeet. There it is.
Yeah. Yeet. Yaga.
Is my mic still pretty bad? I heard it recently.
I've been trying to watch the output.
Well, she says it's cutting out, so you're not gonna notice it. I don't think.
Oh.
My assumption is that maybe the connection was
Oh, that could.
maybe, I don't know. Once again, I was actually gonna do. I have a wireless earbud. I was gonna listen to it inside. And the
Okay.
cat, I think, ate my earbud. So you have to figure it out here. That's the story. I lost. I have little wireless earbuds that go to my phone. My phone. I got the Razer Phone 2. Doesn't have a headphone. And so I didn't want to bring the adapter with me. I was like, I'll just get wireless ones. They're like $30. They're great. They connect. You turn one on. I can just use. And which is nice because they last like 8 hours or something like that.
Oh.
But I think something I can't remember. Is it just me? I think it might either it's just me or it's the internet connection because we have been dropping frames on the bottom.
Oh, have we? Oh, okay.
But it also might be the connection to them. Once again, put it on 1080 again. I forgot to change it. Once again, Jordan forgot something.
Oh.
It
was a quick. I mean, it wasn't like for sure if we were even gonna do. It
yeah,
was just kind of a
we had
spontaneous.
some stuff to do.
Bonus content.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 podcasts one day. What?
So I got the earbuds. I had them in my ear. Came home. I went to like the bathroom or something. Put on the side table and came back out. It was gone. No idea where it went. Look on the floor. See if the cat's batted off the thing. It's be small. I wasn't gone very long, so they couldn't like chuck it across the room. I don't think without me noticing it. Came back out. The cats weren't like running around. They were sitting on the floor. My assumption is they ate it. One of them ate it at least.
Oh no. Dude.
I have no idea. I was hoping I turned it off. I really wish I would have kept it connected. It's been really funny
Listen to its
if
belly.
I could listen to it like rumble from the cat because they're not huge.
Yeah.
I think the cat could like muscle it down if it really wanted to.
Just eat
I assume
it
it
whole.
because like ooh look earwax, so they ate it.
Sure,
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't find it anywhere. Looked under all of my furniture. Alyssa found it. I don't know. Maybe we shall see.
Yeah.
But we will have try to do some extra stuff for next podcast, which maybe we'll just save this one and we'll put it out next week's.
Well, isn't it live right now?
We are live. But
Yeah.
We'll put it out again.
That's true. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I don't feel like after driving this way, I feel really bad making you drive all this way. It sucks.
It's not too bad though. I like listening to my music.
But now you'll have Renee to come with you.
Next weekend she probably won't. Got an appointment. Well, a fun appointment.
Again,
Without
holy
me,
cow,
by
dude.
the way. Yeah.
This isn't like the second time she's ever done it before.
Yeah.
So like it's like super like what?
How dare you leave me?
Alyssa,
What?
only thing Alyssa does is she goes and get.
Yeah, it's the same.
And then she's like, "Hey, it's like 10 o'clock at night. Can you come pick me up?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. Well, that's what I gotta go pick Renee up tonight.
"Yeah, you have a longer drive than I do. Most times Alyssa's like 20 minutes."
I just can't turn my car.
Yeah, you can't do, sweetie. You have to run out here. I
Yeah.
keep it in drive. Just jump in the car. We'll go. Cody's car died on us. Not again, but
On me again.
so I've never been in someone else's car when it died, but my car's died when I was supposed to. I felt like, crap. It was like, oh
what,
man.
when my car died
No,
or when yours dies?
when mine dies.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
how did you feel? Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I was like, it's embarrassing. I'm like, I wish my car was working.
Yeah.
Well, and with my car, my situation, it's like, am I gonna get stuck here, or am I gonna make my car work and go again? I don't know. This car has been spotty. Like my car is really reliable in the winter, extremely.
Weird.
And in the summertime, if I drive a distance, like I'm talking like more than like a block. Like I'm like a 15-minute drive or longer. And then I let the car sit for a little bit, and then I come back out and start it. It like chokes out and like won't start up unless I like rev the engine really high and let it rest there.
Which is weird because
Yeah.
we think it's too hot, but you have to raise the heat of it again.
I don't think it's too hot because the thermostat's not too high. It's just yeah, it does raise the heat when you accelerate, but also no, because like it's all automated.
My assumption is Cody that it's raising the heat. It's too hot, but when you floor it, it's pushing gas towards the motor, and it's just pushing that past that. Maybe
that's not how engines work though. Because like they cool themselves off. Like if I drive faster, my car doesn't get hotter.
a little bit. It does a little bit.
No, it doesn't. It self cools.
It does self cool, but it doesn't. It's like
and like
if
that's
I
all
floor,
the fans are for and everything.
yeah, but like if you floor it and it's 80 degrees outside, your car's gonna go up in heat. It's not gonna stay at a constant temperature.
Well, I understand the engine gets hot.
My assumption is that one
but-
piece because we think that gas is boiling.
Well, no. So I have no idea. There's a lot of my dad has done tons of digging on this, and there's like 6 possible problems.
Oh, great.
And so that's why when I asked him, I was like, "Hey, what part do I need to buy?" He was like, "I don't know. You need to just bring it up here so I can look at it, and then we'll know." He's like, because if you wanted to buy all the parts that might be the problem, you're looking at like $1,000 in parts. So I was like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna do that then." So I'll just bring it up there, possibly get stuck. Hey.
Yeah, they should. Yeah, and so like, my parents are smart. They always keep money. They have money. I borrowed money from my parents and I paid it back. My parents, I think, if my dad needed to, he got me $5,000.
Really?
Yeah. And
My parents would.
they want to? No.
Yeah.
Do my parents want to? No.
Right.
But they know I'm good for it, and like that's the reason I'm kind of spoiled. I get my college is paid for, but my dad's the type of person where if he didn't think I deserved it, he would.
Well, exactly. You're working
Thanks,
hard.
Dad.
Yeah.
You're watching this. I know.
Thanks, parents. Parents are phenomenal.
That supports me a lot. My mom
Yeah.
supports me. I was always.
I mean, my parents don't watch this podcast, but they love
oh
me.
yeah, sure. Lame. They
Yeah.
don't support you in your deeds.
Yeah. My uncle watches. Apparently.
Thanks,
he said
Uncle.
He does. Yeah. He said he does. He's like, remember, like that was like the first podcast. He was like, "I'll only support you till the day I die."
Well, all my family members that if they're saying, "Oh, we should watch," we haven't seen one of your podcasts. They're all on Facebook, just so you know.
Yep, on
So
Facebook,
you can't blame me. Like
And they're all on
I haven't
YouTube?
seen any.
on YouTube too.
All on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, so and this one is gonna. I don't know what we're gonna do this one. Off the top.
Maybe we could just be a Facebook one.
Maybe
Let the
just be a-
channel stays
Maybe
consistent.
just be a Facebook.
Yeah, 'cause it's like a promotional, just like hey,
Yay!
we didn't
The
really
mini
do any
one,
promo,
but I'm pretty sure this is our longest podcast we've ever done so far. Our shortest was like
That's
58
true.
minutes. I think the longest one was the week before, hour 20.
Oh, this is the mini cast. Welcome.
it's my coworker has a kid. They make pizzas out of like tortilla shells.
Yeah, I
because
do
of- ultra mega thin pizzas.
that. Ultra mega thin. Nice. Did they bake them? Microwave it.
I think they bake them.
I put pizza sauce on there, some pepperonis and some cheese,
I've
and
never
then you
done that
roll it
before.
up. It's like a pizza taco.
I get just roll it up.
yeah,
too.
dude.
So I love tortilla shells. Listen, can attest to this.
Yeah.
The Walmart Coburns has them too. 40 pack of
Yeah.
tortilla shells, like
Nice.
$6.
Yeah, I used to buy those all the time.
I'm just like so I call my signature Nutella wrap. It's Nutella, half
Oh.
peanut butter. Oh, delicious.
Yeah, I my snack is put cheese in it, and I It's just
That
it's
sounds like
just
an
a
Alyssa
quesadilla.
snack.
It's just a quesadilla, dude.
No, you heat it up?
No, I heat it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
I heat it
I was gonna say. Come on.
up.
We made Alyssa can also say this. We made awesome quesadillas. I chopped up. I had chicken. I had onions.
Wow.
I had what else? Tomatoes. I the whole fried them, flipped them. I had one accident where enough, so it flipped 'em.
Oh.
Saved it though. I saved it. I ate that one. It didn't
See,
go on the floor.
I was proud because my dad's like really, so like he can do like the whole like pan flip and everything and does like all the cool stuff. So I was like, I could do that. And so like I got pretty decent at it when I lived. I tried to make an omelet the other day. I have not done this.
I
Too
can't
long.
do omelets, but I can flip. And all those quesadillas, I flipped. There. I can do it that way. I do it with like grilled cheese. It's like I don't have to waste you 10.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yep.
And I flip. Easy.
Yeah. More than one way to skin a cat.
An omelet.
That works too. That's why it keeps cutting.
Well, I was
playing
messing with
with
the
it.
cord there, and so yeah, I'm breaking everything.
Well, maybe that would be a good time to end it then.
Stop
End
it
it?
here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you again, Cody, for joining me and letting you stay in your humble abode for
Yeah, dude.
4 hours and
Yeah.
taking out. It'd been really bad if I would have came for like an hour and then left.
Yeah, then you would have been upset.
Like our podcast and then kick me out. I was
No,
like,
you did get out of my
that was in
house.
the back of my brain. Like Cody won't do that.
No,
you
I
do
would
it.
never kick you out, dude. I'd just passive aggressively be like,
When you need it. It's been 4
yeah,
days.
so I'm gonna go to bed and you need to start paying rent. All right, cool. Well, anyway, thanks for coming to my house.
Thank you, Oddish Podcast. We got a little bit of everything, and it's always good. And Cody with Ant.
I don't remember the copyright from Robot Chicken.